Now let's see a different kind of question here. So till now we have seen some model where we are trying to finish the work and we are trying to count the number of days required to finish the work. But now here, along with that, some money is also associated, which means the payment is associated with the work done, and many people are working on the project. Then how are you going to split the payment in such a way that everyone will get a fair share? Just see the question, you'll understand it better. Now A alone can do a piece of work in 6 days and B alone can do the same work in 12 days. A and B undertook to do it for $9,000. Then what is the amount paid to B? Got it? Now they are saying that A will be able to do the work in 6 days. B will be able to do the same work in 12 days. You know, when they are working alone, right? And now there is some payment associated with this project. They are saying that if they finish this work together, they are going to get $9,000, right? So how are you going to split this payment so that you give some part of it to A and some part of it to B? Obviously, if you see this, A is faster compared to B, isn't it? A is able to finish the work in 6 days and B is able to do the same work in 12 days. Therefore, A is faster compared to B, and so we cannot split it equally. We have to split it in such a ratio that the faster employee should get more payment, isn't it? So how to do this is, there are various ways of answering this question, but in a general sense how we can do it is, payment should always be proportional to the work done by the employee on the project. Now how can you derive the work done by an employee on the project? Work done by an employee will be equal to rate at which he is working multiplied by time for which he worked. For example, rate will be measured in units per hour or units per day, isn't it? Units per day. And the time is going to be measured in number of days. Therefore, when you multiply it, you are going to get the work done in units. Now, if someone has worked for depending on the work they done, you can increase the payment or decrease the payment. So if you have two people working on the project, then what can we say? PA is proportional to work done by A. Let's say A and B are the people. PB is proportional to work done by B, right? Which means PA is proportional to rate of A into time of A. How many units he is able to finish per day or per hour multiplied with number of days or hours, right? And this one is also proportional to RA into TB. Now what can we say? PA by PB is equal to RA into TA divided by RB into TB. Now assuming that the total profit associated with the project, the total payment is P, then we have to share it in this ratio, right? Then what will, if the total payment is this one P, what will A get and what will B get? So we can write it as A is going to get out of total this part RA into TA divided by RA into TA plus RB into TB. And what is the profit that B is going to get? Out of total profit, RB into TB divided by RA into TA plus RB into TB. Let's analyze this problem now. Now this is how you are going to find out the profit, right? Sometimes what happens is, they'll say that the rate at which they are working is same, which means if they are going to finish the project in the same days, then you have to associate this with the time, right? Or if they say that the time for which they worked on the project is same, then you have to associate with rate. And sometimes both of it will change, both of them will change. That is why I am giving you the general one. So here in this case they are saying that A and B undertook it for $9,000, which means both of them are working on the project for the same duration. Therefore in this case, profits associated will be directly proportional to the rates at which they are working, right? Okay, anyway I'll explain it completely. See this. Now they are saying that A is doing it in 6 days and B is doing the same project in 12 days. Let's try to find out the rate. In order to find out the rate, let us assume that the total work is 12 units, okay? If you assume that the total work is 12 units, then the rate of A is 12 by 6, which means 2 units per day, and rate of B is 1 unit per day. Got it? when both of them work together, the total rate is going to be 3 units per day. Okay, now at this rate both of them are going to finish 12 units of work. So they are able to finish 3 units in one day, and total work is 12 units. They will be able to finish it in, you multiply both sides with 4, 12 units can be done in 4 days. So this is the total amount of time required by them to finish the work. Therefore, what is the time taken, or what is the time for which A worked on the project and B worked on the project? Both are equal to 4 only, right? So now see this, in this one, profit that has to be given to A divided by profit that has to be given to B equal to rate at which A has worked. See this, rate at which A has worked is 2 units per day, into time for which he worked. Both of them worked only for 4 days, isn't it? Into 4 divided by rate at which B worked. So B worked for, B rate is 1 into 4 days. Got it? So that is what I am saying. When both of them are doing the work on the project simultaneously, the time taken by them will be same. Therefore, you need not base on that. You have to base only on the rate in this case. Anyway, if you are not able to differentiate, go by this method. Rate into time. Okay. Now what is it? 2:1. Got it? It means that we have to share the total payment in a ratio of 2:1. Then what is the payment A will receive? A will receive 2/3 of, isn't it? 2/3 of 9,000. So this one we are going to see in ratios. In ratios topic, if the ratio is this given like this, then the profit gained by one person is going to be like this. This topic we are going to see in ratios. So, or if you want to understand it, if you are going to divide the total share into 3 parts, okay, 1, 2, 3, yeah, total share into 3 parts, A is going to get 2 parts. That is why 2 out of 3 parts in 9,000. So which is going to be 6,000. And what about B? B is going to get 1/3 of 9,000, right? Which is going to be 3,000. You might also feel that since A is faster than B by 2 times, you can say that directly we could have derived it here. Yes, for this question we could have definitely done it here. The numbers are so clear that you can say that A is 2 times faster than B. Therefore, A should get twice the payment of B. Therefore, it has to be 2:1. Yes, for this question it might work, but then for all the questions that method might not work. Therefore, we have to analyze it this way. What is the work done by A? What is the work done by B? Then you have to find out the ratio, right? So this is the final answer. Okay, fine.
Hi, if you are planning to do masters, then doing masters abroad is better than doing masters in India. I'll give you all the reasons. So, first reason is, out of 1 lakh students who take GATE every year, there are only 500 seats in old IITs. So all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%, and IITs, universities better than IITs, they have very good acceptance rate like 30%, 40%, but all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And if you are working hard to get into IIT Bombay's ranking is 177. And IIT Roorkee's ranking is 400. If you are happy to get into IIT Roorkee, then getting into universities better than IIT Roorkee is easier compared to getting into IIT Roorkee. And looking at the salaries for computer science, for software jobs, if you have done your masters in computer science in US, the salaries are ranging from 80 lakhs per year to 1.2 crore per year. So even if you take an average of 1 crore per year, your savings will be much higher than the salaries in India. After taxes and your cost of living, you can easily save 40 to 50 lakhs per year. And in India, the maximum jobs that you get is around 30 lakhs. So your savings will be much greater than the salaries in India. And these are all the services that we provide. University shortlisting. So depending on your profile, we will shortlist what are the universities that you have to apply. And statement of purpose building, and then LOR guidance, and GRE and English test assistance, and education loan assistance. So you don't have to have any collateral, which means without any security, now you can get education loan. Getting education loan is very simple these days, and whatever the amount of fee that you have, you have a range of universities. You can apply for 10 lakh universities, 20 lakh universities, or 50 lakh universities. But whatever it is, you are going to get complete education loan, and you can pay off your education loan in 1 year after you get a job. And then we do visa assistance, mock visa interviews, and then connecting with the university alumni. So now you might ask why we should join Game of Visas. So the answer is we have 90% success rate, 99% success rate. And these are all the destinations that we guide the students to. So we guide students to any country that you want to go. So now it is not just USA. We guide to UK, Germany, Australia, Canada. So we guide students to all the countries. We work with all the destinations. And if you are interested in going abroad, you have to just drop us a message on this WhatsApp number 9494 555 454. Okay, thank you.